So
Who wants to start us off?
exactly.
Well, we should start off by saying hello and welcome to this episode podcast where we are talking about an anime. What anime is that? I don't know. What the fuck are we talking about?
Um, Pass.
Jesus fucking Christ. We're talking about Demon Slayer. Jesus
I was so proud, Trav. I thought you were like taking over the intro for the day. I was
episode
like, dude, I'm so
8.
proud of you. Usually you just pass it off to me. I was so proud, and then you palmed it off to somebody else. I was like, oh man.
I was expecting someone to pick it up, and then Mitch is like, I'm gonna pass, and then Yusu's just like, yeah, fuck that. Josh, with your hands behind your fucking head, like nothing's a problem. So we're talking about Demon Slayer, episode 8 and 9. These last two episodes were fucking awesome.
You gotta be careful with those notes. That's the only thing we have to go off of to keep us on track.
Now it's bent. See what you guys did? It's fucking bent.
That's why.
Yeah, Josh, what the fuck, Josh?
So episode 8 starts where Tanjiro is slowly jogging back to his box to throw Nezuko in there. And then we have the flashback with, her getting the lullaby, and, they were singing the lullaby in the background and stuff, and eventually Tanjiro gets a cloth, fix up the little box that Nezuko gets cradled in, and he starts to run back to the battlefield. At this point, I'm wondering, how the hell is Tanjiro, still alive? Because, Jesus, man, he is beat to hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still able just to keep up his typical, tenacity, despite now, once again, holding Nezuko on his back at all times.
Bro, okay, I was gonna get into that later in the next episode, but yeah, I don't know how the fuck Tanjiro's still moving.
Well, they hinted at it, when he was back in the fray, where he's like that, what's the technique called, Josh?
The big bad one, you mean?
Yeah, the big...
Oh, not that.
There you go. So he was saying it's because of that, Higaraki Shadouken shit, that he was able to continue fighting, so that increased his endurance a shitload, I guess. And I'm also assuming because he's the protagonist of the show, so they have to give him some bullshit to get him back into the fray. Because God forbid you give Inosuke and Zenitsu their own fight. But whatever.
Hey, I mean, one of them kind of popped off late in the next episode.
Yeah. The other one pops off quite a bit, too. Let's not discount him.
He doesn't do shit. Shut up.
I disagree wholeheartedly, especially in these 2 episodes.
I have a question about the Nezuko thing. Why, in God's name, would Tanjiro being so injured and Nezuko being so injured and he just got her out of a dangerous situation, why would he then bring her back into a dangerous situation?
That's irresponsible to leave her out there.
No, just hide the box somewhere.
Last time he did that, then she came out and did her own thing and got herself hurt and stuff. So I guess he doesn't want to do that again or whatever. I don't know.
Her being on his back is not going to stop her from leaving the box. If she wants to leave the box, she'll leave the box.
That's his darling sister. He can't ever leave her behind.
I was like, why the hell are you bringing her back, dude?
Didn't he tie the box shut, too? Was there a
no.
scene where
I don't know.
He didn't tie it. He didn't tie it shut. He tied the strap back together so he could put it back on his back.
Oh.
Because that's the reason he dropped it in the first place, was because the strap broke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's irresponsible as an older brother to leave your really, really small child-formed sister alone in a box in the middle of the street.
SMOL.
I think it's really irresponsible to bring your small childlike sister back into a fight versus 6 Upper Moon demons.
Yeah, but he can breathe good. What do you mean? They also mentioned something about recovery breathing. Have they mentioned that before?
Yeah. Remember he practiced that after he got stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah, but they never distinctly said recovery breathing.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I remember them doing that.
Pretty sure it was at the end of season 1 they did recovery breathing.
Yeah, I mean, once I heard that, I was like, I don't know, but I mean, Demon Slayer
I think
just
I know
loves
what
breathing.
you're referring to, Trav. I think that is either at the end of this one or at the beginning of the next one, but I know what you mean. Where he specifically says, I gotta try and do that so I can move better.
Well, after we see Tanjiro starting to run back to the fight, we go back to Tenzin that was fighting the upper six demon. And...
Plural. Demons.
Yes. The demons. And...
So fucking cool, man.
Was he poisoned on the previous episode? Because he was... Yeah. Wasn't he already poisoned at the start of this one?
As soon as he got cut, he was poisoned.
Okay. So yeah, he was poisoned, and they just kind of had a little standoff, and he's like, "Hey, you're getting a little tired there. Getting a little tired there, little bitch boy Hashira." And he's just like, "I don't feel shit." Starts to breathe a little harder. He's like, you're lying. You're full of shit." And then that's when Zenitsu and Inosuke make their entrance, just walking through the hole in the wall.
Well, not yet, right? Like, doesn't Tengen and the dude have like a big back and forth fight?
No, that was the last episode.
No, like
really briefly they do, where like I think the girl like tries to assault him or something. No, Tengen like
they're introduced to the smoke bombs. You're right.
Yeah. And then like my favorite scene from the entire 2 episodes was when Tengen grabs the tip of his sword and swings the other side and gets super close to the demon's neck. I was like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
And he cut off
creative.
He cut off the girl demon's head again at the beginning of this episode.
And then she kept complaining about it.
Again?
Why do I always get messed up?
Yeah. Why do I always get my head cut off? Because your brother's been chilling in your back for X amount of years.
Yeah, poor Daki.
Mm-hmm. I'll take care of her. It's okay.
Whoa.
Mommy?
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
So then, after they had this... Yeah, what were those smoke bombs made out of? Like, were they made out of the material they make for the swords? Because didn't the...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Tofu that decapitated Daki, or was it the smoke bombs?
It was Tofu. It was him.
Yeah,
okay.
Destroy demon.
But the bombs, the light bombs or the smoke bombs were made of. I think they're made of the metal that the Nichiren swords are made of. Same metal.
It makes me wonder why they just don't have like a shitload of hand grenades or some shit that have the same effect.
Yeah.
They just be like, they just sneak up on a demon or some shit if they can. They're just like, fire in the hole, bitch. Or they have like some Maridum shit from Call of Duty. And they just like drop a grenade when they die. Because Rengoku could have maybe used that or some shit.
Mm-hmm. What do you even call Tengen's weapon? Because
it's a Kusari Gama. Remember that, Trav?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Trav, what's your nickname for Kusari Gama?
Oh, I just call it a sword with a chain.
Okay.
I just called it a sword chain.
I like that. Yeah.
Kusari Gamas are
it's pretty cool.
Are bladed weapons that are attached at the hilt by chains, so you can like swing them around and shit. Cool weapons.
No, they're pretty dope. Yeah, and Tengen definitely used it pretty well by just grabbing the end of one of them just to extend his other one. Just crazy.
So cool.
So then
the thing I liked about Tengen so much during both these seasons is every time, like, you know, in anime sometimes the protagonist will or they'll just do that trope where like they separate and they talk about shit. Anytime Tengen got an opening, he went for the kill. That's what I like so much about him, is he never stopped going for the kill. That was cool.
Yeah, except when he was standing there, huffing and puffing, talking shit to him.
You have to have your cool starting moment, okay? You have to have your badass. Poison doesn't affect me.
So then after that happened, that's when Zenitsu and Inosuke popped up. They just walked through the hole pretty much, and they were like, "What's up, bitch?" And then Tanjiro jumps down, and then he's just like, "Oh, these guys, look at these dudes. They're full of swagger. They're full of swagger." That's what he said. And I was like, "What? Okay. How is that full of swagger?" Tanjiro is like barely standing up. He's shaking with his sword. Zenitsu still has his fucking makeup and his pigtails on. And Inosuke just ran in there screaming.
I love that little detail. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but I love that detail where Tanjiro tied his sword to his hand so he wouldn't drop it. That's so, like, I was just like, that is, never even heard or thought about that. But he was so weak that he tied his sword to his hand so he wouldn't drop it.
There's like a gaping gash right freaking on through his left shoulder, which Tengen also pointed out, and it's just like, dude, how are you even like functioning right now?
He's a protagonist, bro.
Yeah, he's got that Shirukan Kagura shit going on right now, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So after they... Exactly. Yeah. Hadouken Shirukan. He fucking comes in, and I gotta say, this, the personality of these two demons are just very one note to me. Like, the one guy's just fucking jealous, and I'm like, I've seen this archetype of a character so many fucking times now. It's like, oh my god, you're the popular one, you know? Oh, I'm gonna fucking... You have 3 wives, you piece of shit. I'm so fucking jealous.
I thought for a little bit, like a couple episodes ago, that Daki would actually be an in-depth character, have some character depth to her, when she got scared of the fire. Yeah. And I was like, oh, they just killed that. Now she's just back to her, I hate ugly people.
Yeah, and then like having those glimpses of like her past and the reasons why she's like so vindictive and shit, like that would have been way cooler to explore all that. But yeah,
I mean, we still might. We still have, I think, 2 episodes of the Entertainment District arc. So,
it could end up being the thing like you say, or I think like we've said before, where it's like in their last dying moments, you get a glimpse into who they are or whatever. But yeah, obviously that'll be 30 seconds and then they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, I don't know. It's more enjoyable to listen to Daki just kind of freak out and shit, because it's like she gets her ass beat a little bit and then she freaks out. Just kind of funny a little bit. But with this, with the brother, it's just like, oh Jesus, dude.
I don't like him as a villain at all. I think he's just really annoying.
I'm like, okay, we get it, you know. Oh, you don't get it yet. You don't understand why I keep fucking cutting myself. It's like, you're just weird. That's it. It's over. And you have some crazy fucking blood magic.
Okay, also, I thought about this too. How the fuck is Akaza an upper 3 when these two are upper 6? I feel like these two are so much stronger than Akaza. Or either Rengoku is just that much stronger than Tenzin. Or Tengen.
Oh,
like, I feel like Akaza didn't have any, like, super... Unless Akaza just didn't even show his full hand yet. He's still hiding his...
Well, he was definitely playing around with Rengoku because he just wanted the thrill of the fight. He wanted to convince him to turn into a demon.
Okay.
Yeah. He only really did it when he was worried about him dying, I guess.
And their fight was cut short by the sun.
In earlier on in the season, when we saw Daki meeting up with Muzan, didn't he say that she deserves to be like upper 2, or like she's like one of the strongest of the upper demons, even though she's ranked as 6?
Something
like that.
Something about that she's killed 12 Hashira or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Michael Jackson was just doing that just to spike up her ego, you know?
Yeah.
Just to be you know, I'm the shit. I'm just gonna keep killing Hashira.
Because she is weak compared to her brother.
Well, I mean, it just shows how much they've, you know, grown.
Yeah, unless it's like...
mentioned at some point, the brother mentioned, like, she killed, I don't know if it was like 5 or 7.
Yeah, probably like 7.
More.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So... Yeah, unless it's like a thing in the manga and I'm just throwing a conspiracy theory or whatever, not even, but is the ranking of the demon based on their actual power level, or is it just based on like how much of Muzan's blood they've received?
Well, isn't that a direct correlation? The more blood of Muzan you have, the stronger you are. I'm pretty sure that's a correlation.
Yeah,
because
maybe it's the more you prove yourself.
How he told Daki, like, you deserve to be higher up, even though she isn't.
My thought was maybe the more you prove yourself, the more of Muzan's blood that you get, meaning you go up in rank.
Okay.
So that could be how it is. I have no idea. I don't remember if they explained this already or not.
All right. What's next?
2v.
Well, we had,
2v1
We had
on the 2v1.
yeah, it looks like Zenitsu and Inosuke take Daki away from the scene. And that's where Daki grows like the third eye or borrows one of the eyes from the brother. So that she's still able to fight with her I always forget what that cloth is. That whatever that
Ribbons.
cloth is.
Ribbons.
No, yeah, it's called something, not just a ribbon.
Oh,
But
I don't know.
I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that allows her to keep fighting and poking at Tofu and Tanjiro while he's, fighting Tofu. So making their lives way harder. And Zenitsu and Inosuke can't really get too close with them. At this point, Zenitsu's already talked while sleeping. And it's like, what? So
I
is he
hate
just like
Zenitsu.
Don't let them
is he
do
just
this. Don't let them do this, Yusuf.
I
We
hate
recommend
Zenitsu so much in this
can-
fight.
You can fuck off, all right?
Bro,
That's-
he has no character development because
fucking
it's
cool.
no, it's not cool because
Yeah.
he doesn't do anything. It's just his body taking over. Like him as a character has
Cap.
no growth in this arc at all.
Cap.
What do you mean
Cap.
Cap? What does he?
Okay.
What does he decide to do by himself?
They're talking, and Tengen is like, "I know how to kill you guys. We gotta decapitate both of you."
Oh, Josh.
See, he couldn't even
God's like-
finish his sentence. He couldn't even finish his sentence.
God's like,
Bye,
"Shut up."
Josh. Oh shit. Well, that's probably gonna break something. Well, just wait
Same
for it.
time. How does that
No!
talking interact with me?
Whoa.
Oh, Josh is like on. He's in the twilight zone.
Oh,
Josh.
Josh,
Hello?
Josh, you still with us?
You can hear me.
No, kind of. Your Cybertron's fallen.
What's going on? What's going on over there? In
You're like a
Hollywood?
PowerPoint right
I don't
now.
know. I need you to defend Zenitsu right now. You said that's what I need you to do. I don't know
I
if
think
you
you're
can
back.
hear me.
I think you're.
back.
I think you're
back.
stable
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Good. You left off by saying
You were just like you were saying like
no. Tegan revealed that like
Cap.
secret to killing both of them, and then you just took a
Yeah,
mini
you
break.
broke. And then how does that whole
Please
talking
freeze up.
conversation get broken up? Zenitsu blasts Daki through the roof, and they have this just, I don't even know, insane sound effect of like a thunderclap when he is attacking her and kicks her through the roof that I just loved the sound of it. I was going to like screen record and send it to you guys just to remind you about that because I thought it was
yeah.
sweet.
Zenitsu got like
And his little bit of character development is him sleep talking and confronting Daki and saying, "Hey, apologize to that little girl. It doesn't matter if you paid for her meals. You don't own her. You got to do the right thing. You don't deserve to be, pushing women around, treating these kids like crap." So, yes, he's asleep.
I don't
It's
know.
different from
It's-
him being awake
it's
later,
like
but
It's
he's
like
standing
it's like a
up for
separate
people.
character
He's
completely.
standing up for people.
I mean,
he's
here he-
not though.
No,
That's who he
No,
truly
no, no,
is.
no,
When
no,
he's
no, no, no.
asleep, who he really is comes out.
No, to be fair, he already defended those little girls when he was awake, and he got his
had the
shit
same
pushed in
character
because of it.
moment. Yeah. He had the same character moment he had in episode 2.
What I'm saying,
Can't wait to hear
It's
what
really- it's-
character development you think that Inosuke goes through.
yeah,
He
fucking
doesn't go through any
jacking
character
shit.
development, but he chooses
What's up with Zenitsu?
he chooses to do something. Zenitsu is all acting on his body's instincts. He doesn't
But,
he doesn't choose to do anything for himself
Why did Inosuke choose to do something?
because he's a fucking psycho.
No, because he saw Zenitsu and what he was doing, and Zenitsu actually is composed and reasonable enough to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we gotta focus right now. You gotta calm down.
Yep.
We need to take this bitch."
I just think it's
Exactly.
so stupid that Zenitsu's asleep
Well,
this entire time.
Yeah,
So
to
stupid.
me, this is like a completely different personality. Like this is,
Yes, it's
I
not
don't,
the
I
same
don't know
character.
what this is. I'm saying it's cool. Like I like Zenitsu finally doing something aside from being a scared little bitch. Like I'm with this. I'm enjoying Zenitsu right now. But all I know is that when he wakes up, he's gonna go back to
Exactly.
what he was.
When he wakes
Do
up,
you
when he-
honestly
when he
think
wakes up-
he's gonna wake up and he's gonna act the exact same way?
No, he's gonna wake up. He's gonna be like, "Oh, where am I? What's happening? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna cry for like 10 episodes. He's the worst character in the show, man. He's awful.
I like Zenitsu, right? I hate that he still has his fucking makeup on. I hate that he's asleep.
I hated that bubble. I hated that bubble. I hated that bubble. Fuck that thing.
But
They eventually popped it.
I think the art in his character is how simple he is, in that, like, when he's awake and he has to face people, that he can't really stay composed and speak what's on his mind. But once he's asleep and he doesn't really have to see the effects of his actions or what he's saying, that his inner true self does come out.
Yeah,
I think it's like
that just means he's weak. It just means he's weak and he can't do anything for himself.
But like we already said, when he was awake, he confronted Daki and defended those girls. So he is capable. If he's pushed to the limit, he can still do that stuff when he's awake. And like you said, when he's asleep, it's not a different version of him. That's the true version of him.
You know,
He can just let go of that fear.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
What if it's okay?
It's my
Yeah,
favorite character.
I know you say that that makes him weak, but what if it's actually like a ploy with the authors trying to communicate some kind of like a psychological thing where it's like someone can't really speak what's on their minds and they might have like, I don't know, in certain situations they have better success talking or some shit or
Okay.
acting or whatever.
So
the situation is when he's asleep. Like, it would make more sense if it was like a Rock Lee type thing, right? Where he gets drunk or he eats something or like he like gets in like enraged or something, or he gets super scared and then like because he's so scared and backed into a corner, then he does something. But when he's asleep, that's the stupidest thing ever. Like, what the
But
hell?
why
That's so
does-
stupid.
But why is Zenitsu asleep? Because he got thumped and he got put into a corner. And so now that's the way that he retaliates.
Yeah, because he's a trash bag when he's awake.
Zenitsu's been asleep
can't do
for pretty
anything.
much ever since he got kidnapped, though.
He's been asleep since episode 2, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he's still asleep. Like, I recognize that. I think that's a really shitty design, but I'm thankful he's still asleep because, yeah, that's how he actually does something. I wish it would be different, but he has really good value right now, even if he's asleep. Like, I think he's the whole reason why the fight between him, Inosuke, and Daki made it as far as it did.
Well, the thing I'm
Tanjiro, come on, like, we gotta support Inosuke.
Yeah, but the thing we have to keep in mind is he going to learn from this experience for his main character, or is this just going to be a thing whenever he's asleep? Because that means I'm going to start cheering for him when he's asleep. Now, I'm not going to care about Zenitsu when he's awake.
That's
Now
why I
you're
don't like
splitting
him,
the character
because
into two different parts.
That's why I don't like him, because the only
Which can
time
work,
he's
but
good,
I mean, that doesn't mean I love Zenitsu all the time then.
the only time he's good is when he's asleep. When he's awake, he's almost unbearable to watch.
When I'm just hoping that, by the end of this fight, he gets something out of it. Maybe he matures a little bit, or maybe he fucking dies and we don't have to deal with him anymore, but whatever.
No, someone else
We already
died.
know that That's not his fate.
But
unfortunately.
I was loving Zenitsu during this fight, man. He was talking, he was like, oh, yeah, Inosuke was getting so riled up because he couldn't get a hit on Daki, and so then he just started charging in there. And then Zenitsu's just like, calm down. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this is sick right now.
Yeah,
But
I would've-
then there's the thought in the back of my mind. I'm like, does this even mean anything though for Zenitsu? Like, I hope so. I hope he has some more growth.
The worst. Just let that go for
But
now.
I can't.
Stop
I
being the
can't.
worst.
Because
That's, like,
Zenitsu acts
literally
two
the most
different ways
legit-
now. You have because
Okay,
we're
compared
introduced to how
compared to when
Zenitsu
we
is.
got- compared to when he was introduced to the show in general, to now, when he's awake, you might say, "Oh yeah, it's still the same Zenitsu." But again, we can't deny he confronted Daki, being awake. We have some improvement, which means there's room.
Yeah,
for
and that
growth, and he's
potentially
capable
will
of it.
mean
Yeah,
that
Stop
he'll
assuming
grow.
the worst.
No, I'm saying that, yeah, that scene all the way back in episode 2 was great. That he's still carrying off that scene because he like I said, it's like I would have loved this fight. And I thought Zenitsu would have been perfect. What he said about calm down, bring all that stuff out if he was awake. But it's not him doing it. It's just his body reacting on
He
his
is
natural
him.
instincts.
It
He's
is-
not thinking of it's so
That's
stupid,
his
man.
true self. That's his true self, and I'm gonna stick by that.
Josh,
This isn't
be
just
your
like-
true
Josh,
self
I
in
don't
his way.
I don't assume the
Stupid,
worst.
man.
I'm assuming the best, and I'm hoping Zenitsu fucking dies. That'd be the best outcome for this entire
That
show.
would be the worst thing possible.
What do you mean?
I don't like this. You guys, I don't know if you said,
I
but this
hate
is
him.
my favorite character. You guys are just shitting on him
'Cause he
constantly.
sucks,
It hurts.
He
He doesn't
sucks.
suck.
Yeah, like deep down, like I pray that he has some revelation and growth from this fight, and he actually is able to be tolerable to some people while he's awake.
He's cool in the fight. It won't mean shit if nothing changes with him. That's all I'm saying.
And hopefully, like, I don't know. Yeah, I would love that. Will it happen? I don't know. I hope it does. I love the guy. Like, I really like the character, and I think it's super badass that, like, just as a feature that when he's asleep he just turns to be something different. Maybe that's just how it's gonna be. Just
I
like
also-
with I know, like, you guys don't watch Boruto, but like Metal, right? Rock Lee's son. He has like kind of stage fright or some shit. He can't function when he's fighting in front of other people. But I don't know. Sometimes the characters are just made that way, and it's annoying. But they're still good characters.
Yeah, no, like
What?
I agree with everything you just said.
How's
If
that?
it was some other tick not sleeping that made him act this way, I would be okay with it. But sleeping is the stupidest thing ever. Like,
Why?
because it makes no sense, man.
I just see it more as
Why?
sleepwalking, really.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't-
too
I don't-
butthurt about the
you
whole
have to
sleeping
get into
thing
why
because
it
everyone
is
needs their
that it's stupid
gimmick.
instead of just saying it's stupid and that's it. That's not enough.
Because when you're asleep, you're not aware of shit.
But
Okay,
apparently he is. If you're saying that he's acting on his instincts. and stuff.
Yeah. But if your argument is that he's aware of shit and this is actually him when he's sleeping, why can't he do this when he's awake?
I'm not saying that he's necessarily aware of it, but I'm saying that's his true self coming out because he doesn't have the capability of being like super scared and afraid because he's asleep and not
Yeah,
aware of that.
And that is exactly Trav and I's argument. It's two separate characters. It's awake Zenitsu and asleep Zenitsu.
But it's still truly Zenitsu.
But the thing we want is for a sleep Zenitsu to roll more into awake Zenitsu.
I'd be okay with that.
That's
but I
what we
just don't
want.
like how this character's getting rolled out by you guys.
I also hate how Zenitsu is get scared, fall asleep, thunderclap and slash. Thunderclap and slash.
Well, that's all he
Thunderclap
knows.
and-
That's his gimmick.
That's
It's like
all he needs.
he knows one breathing technique.
Well, no, he times it by like
That's
8,
covered
doesn't
in
he?
The show. That's covered in the show.
This
I
guy's-
rewatched because I'm such a fucking fan of Zenitsu. I rewatched clips of Zenitsu, and that's talked about in like the first season. Is his grandfather saying, "You don't have to be the master of all these techniques. If you can master one technique and just truly master that technique, you can still be like a real good fighting force." So that's the only thunder breathing form technique he knows, but he's
Josh-
mastering it over and over
Josh,
again.
when he mastered that, like, was he awake or was he asleep?
I guess I don't know for sure.
He's
but I mean,
never
obviously
he's never
he
used it
was
when he's awake.
practicing. Yeah, he was practicing it while he was awake. But I do want to point out, and I know we're not on the next episode yet, but just because we're on the Zenitsu topic, that I'm pretty sure we've seen him pull off the technique sixfold multiple times, and that in the second episode we're going to be talking about is the first time.
Was it
I
6 or
think I'd have
8?
to watch it again. He does eightfold, and I don't know if that means
Oh.
like 8 big slashes or what that means, but it's at least implying
It's like
to me that
it's like a damage
bigger,
multiplier.
bigger and better than he's done it before, which is cool.
Yeah, so he could just do the first form, but he does it like 8 times as strong, pretty much.
Yes, because that's the one he's mastered.
Yeah,
Here's the last thing I'll say about the sleeping thing, is if it was Zenitsu, how he beat the demon in the house where they found Inosuke in season 1, and if it was how he beat the spider demon, just one, you fall asleep and then one slash and then he wakes up, that would make more sense. But the fact that he can maintain this while he's sleeping for what, like an entire fight is so stupid to me. It doesn't make any sense.
What if
Maybe we'll
found
get an
out-
explanation. Maybe we'll get an explanation. I
he's
don't
just
know.
a heavy sleeper.
Just like magically, Tanjiro learned this Kengan Ashura alternate anime power move.
Well, he's the main character, so you need some bullshit, right?
Right. So, and we didn't get any kind of like story behind it. What if Zenitsu trained to maintain his sleep so he could prolong his use of?
What do you mean? Tanjiro remembered his dad, and then he was like, his dad was like, "Hey, breathe," and Tanjiro's like, "I could do that."
Yeah, he breathed real good.
Yeah, yeah. Hikuwaki Shoyakas, you know?
Yeah, maybe
I think
just
we're
to save on time, let's continue going timeline-wise, and let's stop shredding on Zenitsu to save time. Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to mention too was like we were talking about how Zenitsu only knows like one form of thunder breathing. Is it called, or lightning?
Thunder breathing.
Okay. The thing, I don't mind it too much that he only knows the first form. I'm just a little like disappointed because it's really cool seeing everyone like do like different forms, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when, damn, the fucking guns come out,
God,
dude.
dude. I have to fucking I have to raise my camera so they don't see my.
chest hair.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
All right, that's gotta be in the outro.
Well, that was the thing that I loved about like watching like the train movie, because we got to saw all the different forms that Rengoku shows up with, fire breathing.
Yes.
It's like it's so cool. And now when like Inosuke pulls out another beast breathing mode, it's like, oh sweet, let's see what the fuck this one does. That's cool. And Tanjiro switches it up, his water breathing a lot too.
I also love how Inosuke's isn't called breathing. Or it's not called like first form. It's called fangs, not forms. I like
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Inosuke's were basically just get buffer, right?
Dude,
pretty much
his
all
is
his
so
was.
fucking cool. But that's next episode.
Yeah.
But to finish
Yeah, I think
off,
he just-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he just either adopts like the physique or the techniques of a beast,
Yeah.
depending
okay.
on what kind of fang he's using.
But that is next episode. To finish off episode 8, the episode ends with Tofu fighting the upper 6, and the purple wife comes into play.
Hinatsuru or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Purple comes in
Dude,
and shoots a bunch of kunai with a machine, and Tenzen just says, fucking sends it. He's a shinobi, so he just looks for that opening, and he pretty much gives himself and Tanjiro an opening because he rushed in through the kunai.
That's what I was saying. Like there was never not a moment where he was going for the kill. He was always going for the kill. It was so cool.
I'll just mention it wasn't. I think anyone could have predicted that one of the wives were gonna show up. We just didn't know which one it was. But I think it's probably better that this one showed up.
I still think the other two will show up eventually.
Maybe. I mean, they were focused on evacuating everyone, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is cool. So we know what they're doing. They're not just still in the hole like,
Yeah.
So-
and then this one, I think she had.
got any
she had
cards?
less to lose. This one had less to lose because wasn't she poisoned?
She was the one that was
Oh, no, he gave her
poisoned.
the-
yeah, she
He
was,
gave her the
That's why
antidote.
she's been like sweating the whole time.
well, yeah, she's
Well,
she's pretty much somewhat recovered enough to
Yeah.
walk there with the machine.
Uzui,
Or the
Uzui
device.
gave her the antidote. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she came in, blasted a bunch of kunai at the upper 6, and that's where the episode ends. So I started blasting.
well, that's not where the episode ends. The episode ends where Tengen and Tanjiro's swords come an inch away from this dude's neck.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah, she shoots the kunai at.
Yeah. And I said they got an opening, so that's where the episode ends, pretty much. And then
I loved it how in this like because like that same thing happened with Rengoku and Akaza, right? But Tanjiro didn't move, and this time he's like, I can't let this opening pass me by, and he actually goes for it this time. So that's growth for Tanjiro that we see. He's actually learning from his past mistakes.
yeah. So does episode 9 start with like that flashback at Tenzin's grave, or is that later on in the
Yes.
episode?
That's how it
his
opens.
families.
Well, it opens with like the short recap of
He has a brother that survived, and his brother adopted all his father's like shinobi like teachings and methodology. So he's gonna be a hard ass in the future, pretty much. While Tenzen is more of a free spirit and doesn't want to live by these harsh rules in reality. So then we cut to where Tenzen is in front of the family grave where all of his like other siblings are just buried and shit with his 3 wives, and he's just like, you know what, bro, fucking drink up, pours a shit ton of sake on the grave and stuff. My first thought was like, man, what if like the father or the brother would they just beat his ass or some shit? Because I don't know if that's like respectful. I'm assuming to Tenzen that is, but I don't know like how that would work.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
mean,
familiar with the culture, but I can kind of see their respect in sharing something that is
yeah.
um something that's, I guess, I don't know, delicacy, or I don't know what the right word
Like a
is.
gift. I don't know.
Something that's
Pour
worth
one out.
something. Something that's
Pour
high
one out for the
quality
boys.
Yeah.
in offering. Right?
So
Mitch, are you
then,
looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any.
well, while you're doing that, we then cut to like the fucking cherry blossom flying down because it's like Tenzin's just like, I just want to live a happy life or some shit and saying some sappy stuff.
He says something along the lines of like, at some point I'm going to hell, and I want to think that that's maybe just like an incorrect translation, and they didn't mean to necessarily have him saying that he's going to like a bad place when he dies. But
Well, I mean, who knows what they did when he was a
uh,
shinobi, you know? Because that's like their whole
yeah,
that's like their whole thing is like they want to kill a upper level demon so they can move out in the country and not worry about all this bullshit anymore. You know, it's kind of skipping
Yeah.
ahead a little bit, but that's just kind of their
right.
dream, really, or at least that's what the purple wife kind of leans towards heavily. She's definitely filled in a. She's now like the main wife now, pretty much. The other two are taking a backseat. Like it's definitely flipped very quickly.
Yeah, so Trav, to
Very
answer your
ridiculous.
question about the sake, in Japan it's called Miki, and it symbolizes detachment from bad energy. So it's like have like a peaceful afterlife kind of thing.
Well,
Pour
I
one out for the
guess
boys.
yeah, that would make sense with the life they led. So
Hmm.
drink up.
What you were saying, Trav, makes sense because I at one point I can't remember. I think was it Maki, the one like the
Blonde.
I can't remember. Yeah, the blondish
Mhm.
one, the one with the blonde highlights. She was saying like they like kill like a bunch of people or something, and then
Yeah.
once they kill that higher rank demon, then they should just retire into like a home life or something. So
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
that
that
was
was
the purple wife
No,
The
actually.
purple one.
The
Purple
other
said that. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
blue
In the
one.
most recent episode.
Yeah, the other two I've just been taking a back seat, just trying to get Tenzin's attention after the purple wife takes the show, pretty much.
Yeah. The other two are just basically comedy characters.
Oh, dude, it's so crazy how quick the yellow hair one flipped,
Yeah.
It's like I was
Yeah.
thinking like she was the main one. She might sacrifice herself or some bullshit. And then like literally the next episode, Purple Wife's just like, just wait. Get
Can we
ready for this
talk about-
backstory, bitch.
I don't know if we're here yet, but can we talk about how fucking long this demon had her like in a chokehold for? Let Tanjiro think through the entire like dictionary before he attacked.
Oh, yeah, we'll
I'd
get to that. Well-
I'd like to think that that whole sweet sequence happens
Happens in like a second.
that
Yeah.
one. Like
Okay.
we just got different angles of it. So benefit of the doubt there, I guess.
Hmm.
But
Especially because he says that Tanjiro like moves so fast or whatever.
well, we'll talk about that in a sec. But after the kunai hits the upper level demon, the brother, he's kind of immobilized for like a couple seconds, but not long enough for Tenzin or Tanjiro to get a hit in, pretty much.
That pissed me off, man. It was like at the end of episode
leg.
at the end of episode 8, it was like, oh, this poison makes you so you can't regenerate. And the start of episode 9 is like,
I can't
Yeah.
regenerate. Oh
the start of-
I'm
at the start of-
here.
at the start of episode 9, he's like, you know what? The poison's ran off. I'm regenerate. What the fuck? What
He's
was the
like-
point of the fucking poison?
He's like,
What was the
psych,
point of the poison?
psych, bitch. I lied.
Stupid.
Grew his legs back.
This
And
show
then-
needs to stop with the cock teases, man.
I mean, I guess it's. I think it's a good like way to end an episode because everyone's just like, "Are they actually gonna fucking do it?" Nope.
What?
Eat shit for thinking that. Yeah.
That's all I heard. Was,
Yeah.
"Do-do-patama."
No. But one thing I like too that Tofu like the brothers started like revving up like his blood demon magic or the fuck blood demon art. So then Tenzin recognized that Tanjiro's in fucking deep. So what he do? He kicked him out of the way. So he
Yet
managed to recognize that. Yeah, that's the second time though. Tenzin
And then
had
he
to
did
save
the-
Tanjiro.
Then he did the fucking sound breathing where just fucking fireworks exploded all over him. That was so
Super flashy, right? Just like
Yeah.
his character.
Yeah, very very flash. So then this is when, after Tenzin kicks Tanjiro out of the way, this is when the brother attacks the purple wife and puts her into a chokehold. So this is where we have this long sequence where Tanjiro's just looking at him like, I need
Like,
to
think, breathe.
This
All right,
is
Hirakami Kagura.
I'm,
Can't do
I'm glad that it doesn't happen. But this is where I thought I was going to be right, that the purple wife was going to die because she was the one that we were least emotionally attached to, but she was like the most like Tanjiro, like main character vibes or whatever, and that the other two would still be okay, and we would be like, we're sad to see her go, but it's okay because we only really like the other two anyway. Especially because, like you said, they were like building her up to be like the main wife. I was like, she's fucking dead. This is it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, at that
I'm glad
point-
that it didn't. But actually, I feel like it. At any given point,
still time.
I feel like it still could, in all honesty. But I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, we're hanging out of the woodshed.
For all we know, like, she got scratched in the neck by the fucking brother, and she'll
Poison.
will die of
Poison.
poison or some shit afterwards.
Yeah.
So then Tanjiro's just like, I need to do something.
More after she just got like an
Yeah.
antidote for another poison. It's
Yep.
like you poisoned again.
Well, that's fucked up. But yeah, so then Tanjiro takes like 2.5 years to make a move. So what he ends up doing is he combines both his water breathing with Shigaragi Kagura, and fucking does like a fucking water sun breathing move that was really quick. So I just think it's funny to imagine that the demon's just watching Tanjiro just stand there for like 20 seconds, like, is this kid gonna do anything? Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he mentioned it, but before he used the Shinigami, he was like, he realized.
Fucking Shinigami. What the fuck?
Kirinari Gatorade.
Yes,
Oh.
Leonardo
like,
Kikakiro.
I love how he immediately he wanted to use his recovery breathing. He just wanted to breathe. He's like, oh, I can't breathe. I can't use
Yeah, that's when he's talking about it. He wanted to use the Gatorade, but that's when his body didn't have the stamina. And he says, maybe I should do recovery breathing, but then that's when it clicks in his mind where he's like, I should do a mix of that and water breathing.
Oh, and one thing that we didn't mention was that during the fight earlier with Tenzin and Tanjiro backing him up, Tanjiro was able to actually block a blow from that like blood like demon art, but instead of like using fucking Gatorade, he used water breathing more as a defensive tool, which was really cool. So it shows that the way he's been using water breathing really wasn't the way he was taught. He was taught more of like a defensive way, which makes sense for the teacher because he didn't want his students to keep fucking dying to that monstrosity of a demon during selections.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to learn how to blend the elements of offense and defense, like going fully offensive with the Hinakami Kagura. I think that's what it is.
The fuck is that? We're talking about Gatorade.
Oh, nice. I remember the
My
name.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
And then the water style. Water ball jutsu.
Yeah, so this whole time, pretty much, he's been using water breathing wrong, really, or something different of what he's been taught. You know?
See, I never know, like, if they've been sending things to each other and that's what they're laughing about, or if they're just seeing each other laughing.
I don't know. I'm just wondering who's gonna get more off
They're just,
camera.
like, they're just like feeding off of each other's laughter and inability to contain it and stuff.
Whoa, what's that? I'm showing emotions.
Yeah, yeah. And he's just
No,
muted. He's
Dude,
keeping
I'm
himself muted so we can't hear it.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just-
we would hear him
I'm
for
not
this
even
shit.
laughing behind and making a sound. I'm like, it's like someone put the mute button on me in real life.
No, dude, it was
Okay.
fucking. Yusuf was just like waterboarding technique, and I was like, wait, what the fuck did you say? And I see him peeking back there. And
Yeah.
He really enjoyed his joke that I didn't hear.
I'm trying to make as many references to other animes. as possible.
You're gonna hurt yourself, man. So yeah, after Tanjiro combines both those breathing styles, the purple wife is saved. She almost died like probably 2 more times from the fucking brother. He really had it out for her. He was
From
a
the
jealous little bitch.
sister.
Yeah.
The sister then
Sister
was attacking
too,
her,
yeah.
And that's when then they decide, basically, that Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke are all going to fight Daki, and they're going to leave Tengen to take care of the brother on his own.
Hmm. And this is where Inosuke had a really good fucking scene where he's just like, or I think Tanjiro, or who was it that suggested we protect Inosuke? Was it Tanjiro?
It was Tanjiro.
Okay.
But like,
Oh,
so what happened was like, Tanjiro was like, or not Tanjiro, Inosuke was kind of figuring out that they couldn't get close enough to her by themselves, and he like, cause he was like slashing at the things, and he was like, oh, it's not cutting, so he was like, cause like what I like about Inosuke is like before he never thought about shit, he just ran in, but we're slowly starting to see him kind of break stuff down, but he needed a little extra push from his boys, so they're like, yeah, okay, and Tanjiro was like, we need to slice her neck twice. Like,
Yeah, you gotta
her
hit
neck's
him
too
from two
nimble.
different sides. So
Her neck's too flexible to be cut by one side. So he was like, Inosuke, you gotta do it. Zenitsu and I will open up a path for you. And then they went, and he was just like, I'm gonna get fucking strong. Muscle.
muscles.
Okay, I want to ask about that. When he just randomly fucking said that at one point.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
just
he
fighting.
just
He was
said
like,
muscle.
muscle. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Might have been for the muscle mice, I think.
He was
right?
hanging around
Or-
muscle mice too much.
I
Yeah,
thought he
is
was just.
that what it
I
was
thought I
from,
thought they
or-
were summoning him. I thought he was gonna summon them. To help
That would be
fight.
fucking awesome. That's what I was kind of
Yeah, he
hoping. I was
actually-
like,
he's
we're about
not
to see
gonna
the
chop
muscle
you.
mice come out and fuck shit up.
He never cut through Daki's neck. The muscle mice were just there, like chomping
Yeah,
at her.
chomping at her.
Yeah, that's the secret of his beast fang, pretty much.
Yep, yep.
So then we have a sweet scene where Inosuke bulks up his muscles and charges forward, completely depending on Zenitsu and Tanjiro to back him up.
And Naruto running, dude.
After listening to the like Mugen Train soundtrack so many times, I love just like hearing the Zenitsu theme, the Inosuke theme, and just other themes from that soundtrack just like popping up in the background of the anime. It just gets me so much more pumped every time.
Yeah, and Tanjiro and Zenitsu like pushing away the obi. That's what I think it's called.
Mm.
So they were pushing away the obi. Tanjiro was
Obi-Wan
using his
Kenobi.
pretty much, and they were Zenitsu was just using his first form. Tanjiro was using a mixture of different water breathing or just one. I think it was like the second form or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, eventually Inosuke got in, but wasn't able to like actually like slash her. So then he like put up like his two blades. That was so cool.
Which is like
I was like, this shit's
infinitely-
gruesome.
Yeah, infinitely more gruesome than just slicing is like fucking I
Yeah.
don't even know what you would call that.
Yeah, so he
No,
was
he
using
did.
his
I-
fucking serrated
tearing
blades
it
just to
off.
fucking cut the head off like, fuck!
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty epic. And yeah, and so then after he cut it off, he caught Daki's head like a football and started fucking bailing for it. And I was like, dude, that's what's up. That's a great fucking idea. He's like, we don't have to do it at the same time. We just gotta make sure they're not together. You know, I'm out this bitch. Take out the other guy.
I love Inosuke too because the entire time he's running with her head, cracking the same dumb jokes he cracks when he's just normal.
He was just talking
He's just
shit.
making the same fucking little laughs and shit. The snorts.
Yeah.
Wow, you ain't shit without your body.
I wanted to mention, like, way in the beginning of episode 8, when they all, like, made their appearance, when Zenitsu and Inosuke were standing at the doors, Inosuke's just like,
I love his noises, dude. His noises are so fucking good.
So then, after Inosuke runs off with Daki's head, Tanjiro looks back at Tenzen to realize he got fucking obliterated.
Not yet. No, not yet.
What do
What
you
do you
mean?
mean?
Next? What happens
He was
next?
he was looking for him. He didn't see him yet, and that's when something happens to Inosuke.
Well, no. He sees
He
Tengen
sees him
first.
after. No, I just watched it.
no,
Well,
yeah,
no.
Josh is right.
No, past you is
I
wrong.
just watched it.
No, I agree with myself.
I agree with myself too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
wanna
idiot. You
play
can't
it
agree
on
with
my
yourself.
Fuck all of you.
I'm gonna play it on my phone right
Okay,
fucking now.
okay.
Well, whatever.
Got a Crunchyroll right now, huh?
No, okay, Josh.
Just trust me.
To make this shit consistent, Inosuke gets stabbed in the fucking back by the brother.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. Especially because it's right through the
Bro.
fucking heart, dude.
I was
Holy
I was
shit.
there. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
what?
Like the blood coughing up through the mouth and the nose and like the eyes of the mask, just like every part of the mask. I was like,
My boy, my boy.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
man, I just keep fucking, what is it? Underestimating these fucking demons because they keep pulling some shit out. Like as soon as I saw Inosuke get stabbed, I was like, oh my god, this
Okay.
brother is
And then-
still on the sister. Jesus Christ,
Do we think he's dead, or do you think he's gonna survive?
he's fine.
I,
think he's
I
gonna
don't,
survive?
I don't know.
He's fine. There's no shot they kill Inosuke, right?
I'm gonna hope that his super beast Fang, is gonna protect him with like his muscles that he grew.
Maybe the muscle mice will give him a new heart.
Yeah, the heart
Muscle,
is a
muscle.
really strong muscle.
Yeah. Muscle. Maybe.
So,
You know what? Wait.
so, yeah,
Maybe he
after-
fucking believes and fixes his heart.
No, dude. Inosuke does heart bench press.
Yeah.
He bench presses with his heart.
Yeah. He's
What if
just
he
gonna breathe.
unlocked, like, a really secret move where he could use his internal muscles to shift
To
his
move
heart.
to move his heart. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, maybe he moved his heart.
Yeah, I think they did that more or less for shock factor.
It worked, man. I was my jaw to the floor. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, man,
'Cause-
Inosuke's out of this fight now, just like that, pretty much.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Everything-
before
Just hit the fucking fan right there, dude.
That's what I wrote.
Everything just-
All hell
before you
breaks
can
loose.
even- before you could even catch your breath from seeing that, that's when Tanjiro looks around for Tenzin and sees him lying on the floor.
Missing a
with his
fucking
one
arm.
hand,
cut off.
one hand, like Anakin, just fucking lopped right off, and he's just laying on the floor, laid out. And then, yeah, this is when now I'm not sure because, I mean, obviously that was an intense fucking cut, but then it cuts back to looking at Inosuke again, and it's like his whole fucking back is just bloody as shit.
Mhm.
His whole back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then yeah, it's when
The
Zenitsu
one thing
runs
I'm
up and
worried
pushes.
about. Go ahead.
Zenitsu runs up, pushes Tanjiro out of the way,
Yeah.
and like all the buildings are glowing pink. So I believe that would be Daki's like
That's Obi. Yeah.
big ass slash attack that
Yeah.
she did like on the town,
Mhm.
lopped off the other guy's hand.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Yeah, we saw that guy too. He's still hurting. Fuck that
yeah.
guy.
So I imagine that's what that attack was, like all the
Mm-hmm.
glowing pink and shit around the city. So
Yeah, so Tanjiro definitely
Not a good spot.
hesitates when he sees both Inosuke and Tenzin get pretty much taken out of the fight, and then Zenitsu, you know, in his all-seeing sleep mode, fucking pushes Tanjiro out of the way, and assumingly, Zenitsu's gonna get put out of the fight now because he was probably gonna get hit by that attack from Daki. So what are we left with now? Nezuko that's sleeping, and
I mean,
Tanjiro that is somehow still awake even after
That
all the
is-
fucking breathing techniques he's done, and he has the giant gash, and his eyes are still fucking bloody. There's no shots.
Okay,
They're
okay,
just
okay.
dead.
Okay.
Swear, if
Okay.
if Tanjiro somehow pulls this off, I will be so pissed off. If he somehow wins this fight, I'll be so pissed off.
I'm sure Tenzin's gonna get back up.
He-
the
what I think's gonna happen
Shock
is that
factor. Shock
I thi-
factor.
I think another Hashira is gonna show up.
Nah.
that would be cool as fuck.
What if Rengoku comes back?
Yeah.
What if Rengoku's father shows up?
Ooh.
That would
That's-
be.
I feel like that's
cool.
not-
That
I
would
feel
be
like
cool.
It's not too far fetched to think though that another Hashira would show up, because if Tengen was smart, he would have recognized that they found the Hashira and told his crow to go fucking tell somebody
That's what I think's
and
gonna
get
happen.
some backup.
I mean,
That's what I think's
um,
gonna happen.
I mean, the night they found them, all the shit broke loose. So when would he have a chance to send
Or-
out the crow?
But right before he went to the hole to like fuck shit up.
Or
Yeah, but you
what I
think he's gonna send a message before going
No,
to
no,
go
no,
save
no.
his wives?
What
Yeah.
I think could happen is because Tanjiro Inosuke and Zenitsu left from the Butterfly House. I think the little girls could have told Shinobu, and Shinobu could behind them.
hmm
She could save the day, but we'll see.
Little
Yeah.
girl with the four things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
She'll come and kill the upper six.
Yeah,
Um,
they'll
What,
fucking.
what I was wondering though is because you said that like kind of all we got left is Nezuko and Tanjiro. it was interesting because, like, at the very end of the episode, he says, "Sorry, sorry, everyone," and then, "Sorry, Nezuko."
Hmm.
So I almost wonder
Tanjiro's
if that
gonna
means
die.
that he's gonna have to wake her back up again.
Well, I saw that
Like,
more
on
as like
purpose.
he failed in this situation, and because he failed, this might mean Nezuko's gonna
dead.
get fucked up too.
He can't avenge her and the family.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, I just realized too. Inosuke got stabbed by the brother, so he's poisoned.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Even
I was
if-
gonna
even
throw
if
that
he
in, but
har-
yeah.
Even if he heart matrix dodged it, it's still poison.
Oh shit!
I
Holy
think his
shit.
beast form.
What if he
dies.
breathes?
If his breathing beast nullifies poisons too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
yeah.
I mean, we already have fucking
Inosuke
ones that
surviving due to
clots
a heart
blood.
dodge and poison resistance. Totally okay. Zenitsu falling asleep and fighting. Unbelievable. It's not realistic.
Unbearable.
It's not realistic.
Unbearable.
That's what it is.
I mean,
No,
to be fair,
no.
it's consistent with
If
how Demon
Inosuke-
Slayer works.
If Inosuke does survive off some bullshit, I will be equally as pissed. Cause I hate when shows. My least favorite thing about any kind of media, any show, video games, anime, real life shows, is when they give a character an amazing death scene, and they're like, you know what, never mind, he's still alive. Or you know what, never mind, we'll bring him back to life.
That was an amazing death scene. He died like
I know, that-
bitch.
No,
Inosuke?
it wasn't amazing. It wasn't amazing.
Yeah, that's
It
not-
was great,
Yeah,
man.
when you-
Okay, would you honestly want that to be his
No.
death?
No,
I wouldn't want it to be his death, but I would be okay
How-
with it being his death.
I would not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Because, you know, in real life, people just die like that. If you're fighting a supernatural demon that can travel at the fucking speed of light, you're gonna fucking...
I would.
What?
The death I would want. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, but Inosuke, whose character is keen on fighting shit head on, like just guns blazing, gets stabbed in the back of all things while he's like fucking tiptoeing like he's running towards the end zone.
No, the death I would want for Inosuke is for him to fucking stand up with his two blades and just go fucking buck wild, you know? And then all you see of him is just fucking either pieces or just fucking just blood everywhere all over him.
Not every character needs this fucking superb...
Yeah, but one of the main
spectacular,
three,
crazy-
there's no shot they kill him like that. There's no shot.
Yeah, if it's one of the main characters, then yes, they deserve.
I will
He's one of the
fucking-
main characters.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, people die normal deaths all the time.
But
Alright.
that's not why we watch, or at least that's not what I watch anime for. I don't watch anime and go, that is a realistic death. Yes.
I watch anything.
I could too
play
relate to it.
anything, read anything for good storytelling. I don't care how spectacular it is. If it makes sense in the context of the story, then it's okay with me.
Okay.
That's you, not me.
Sorry, I'm not a fucking
Yeah.
shonen fucking fanboy that only cares about fights.
Dude, I mean, we just got off of Rengoku's death, which was just like the most spectacular shit ever. To have Inosuke die like that, I would be like,
Yeah, but Rengoku's
okay.
also a fucking Hashira. Inosuke's not.
but he's one of the main characters.
Oh man, main characters die all the time.
Like,
I don't get you sometimes, Mitchell. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean you don't get me?
He's like your favorite character. You're like, I would be okay if he's dead.
Yeah, because it would make sense if they were dead, because they're fighting two upper six demons and they're not prepared for it, and their Hashira they're with is incapacitated. So and, like it would make whatever the fucking word is, man. I'm getting pissed off because you guys don't make any sense. It doesn't have to be fucking spectacular and shit. It makes sense that three.
I'm saying it would blow
junior-
my mind.
Yeah, I'm saying it would blow my mind too, but I'm saying it would make sense. Three under leveled demon, whatever the fuck their rank is, junior or whatever,
Hmm.
demon slayers.
Cub Scouts.
Fighting a freaking two upper six demons, that one of them, it would make sense. It wouldn't be the end. It wouldn't blow my mind that crazy.
Mitch, this is like equivalent to me saying, when Zenitsu was training to master his form, he got struck by that lightning, and then he actually died. And I'm like, well, shit, it happens. It can happen to anyone. Anyone can be struck by lightning, and that's it. Like, I would be pissed.
But that is totally not even. That's not even remotely similar.
Yeah, because you're
No,
saying
it's
this
not.
Is good for his, you're saying this is good for his character, and then you
I'm
were
not-
also saying that he
I
was a
never
shit
said
character.
it was good for his character. I said it would make sense if that was died because he's not that strong.
So then it's the same thing as what I'm saying with Zenitsu, because you're
No,
saying
it's
he's not.
not.
That strong.
No, it's not, because Zenitsu would get killed by his own fucking attack. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Inosuke would be getting killed by an upper 6 demon, which would make sense. God
We
damn
just
it,
going-
I'm
we're just
getting
going
fucking
around in
pissed
circles
off
here,
right now.
gentlemen.
Tanjiro, look, man.
This is
We're
great.
going
I'm
around
getting
in
fucking
circles.
mad right
We're
now.
just going around
Ah!
in circles now.
Yeah.
Mitch is about to unleash his sixth fang right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
All right, so Mitch wants Inosuke to die. So if he dies, it's Mitch's fault.
Yes. I
Yep.
want my
I
favorite
hope,
character
I hope
to
he
die.
fucking
Yes.
dies.
I want my favorite character to die. Yes. Clip it and ship it, you fucking
Flip it and
pussies.
ship it there.
Pretty much all hell breaks loose at the end of episode 9, and that's where we're left off, you know. Inosuke's dead, Tenzin's dead, Zenitsu's probably going to die, and Tanjiro's probably going to die before, you
And
know.
somehow there's
uh,
still freaking in that box, and that box is intact.
yeah.
She's sleeping, bro. See, she's sleeping and she can't fight, but Zenitsu can.
I wonder how that happened, actually. It's weird. I'm sure they'll give us more backstory if, you know, Zenitsu survives or some shit.
Oh, that box is just indestructible, and it pisses me off.
What do you mean? Strong wood.
Freaking,
Strong
It's
mahogany.
bro.
Good wood.
I don't know how many times Tanjiro gets fucking bodied, and this box doesn't even crack, dude. The strap breaks.
The strap
That's it.
broke.
Good wood, dude.
The strap broke.
3 words. Good wood, dude.
The freaking sword snaps, not once. Nice. Yeah, exactly.
So that leaves us with
no. Use is right. A metal sword breaks twice, and the wooden.
Yeah, but it's, you know, protected by the love of family.
Yeah, it's about family.
You know, Tanjiro's breathing to keep himself alive. Nezuko's breathing to keep that fucking box alive. There we go.
Yeah. And the box is breathing to keep the box alive. Everything is breathing.
Not Inosuke. That bitch is dead.
It's all about breathing. Wow.
It's just fucking dead as shit.
He's dead and poisoned.
Wait,
He's poisoned
we all-
and dead.
Can we also talk about, like, how the fuck is Tanjiro not even nicked by this blade? Like, that is some main character bullshit
I thought
if
I
ever.
saw him like cut up the bandages, and then I thought that Tanjiro was fucked and like was gonna have to then drop. Like I thought that I saw him cutting up the bandages that he had like on his left hand to hold the sword, but apparently it was not that. But I could have sworn
No.
like when he unleashed the big attack and Tengen kicks him out of the way. I'm pretty sure it shows him getting like slashed up, but like not him getting cut, but like
Oh,
clothes
his
get cut
yeah,
or
his
something.
like blanket he wears over
So
himself.
he barely
That checkered
his
one.
Blanket.
Yeah, I don't know, fucking robe, whatever the fuck that thing's called.
It's fucking called a
I was gonna say, I think the
Kimono.
reason why he
Kimono,
was because
yeah.
Tanjiro
Yeah.
was saving him the whole.
Yeah, so his bathroom robe got ripped up by the attack, but it didn't pierce him or anything.
The only other thing I could think of, I don't know if Yusuf just said this because I was fucking bewildered by Trav calling a fucking kimono a blanket, was
I got the obi
If
right
it-
at least.
if Tengen just took all of Tanjiro's hits for him and like pushed him away
That's
and
what I
shit.
said.
Yeah, okay.
That Tengen was saving him each time.
That would also explain of how he got bodied and got his hand lobbed off, is because now
Yeah.
he's got a lot more poison.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I mean, any predictions for next
Crazy
episode?
example.
You think someone's gonna do like a ex
Somebody's
machina
gotta die.
and fucking come in for the clutch?
I think
so right
Todd. Okay, Yusuf.
Go ahead.
One at a time. One at a
Go
time.
ahead,
I'll
Go
go
ahead.
first. I think
go ahead.
I honestly don't think
No, Mitch, go ahead.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
All right, Yusuf, go ahead.
All right, I'll follow you.
Yeah, so I'll set the scene. Tanjiro is by himself fighting 2 demons.
Why you bully me?
Yet again.
You fucking bitch. Why you?
Let him go.
All right, Mitch, go ahead.
So disrespectful, bro.
Jesus.
What the hell?
God, Mitch, what the fuck? All right, go ahead, Josh.
Okay.
Josh, go
So
ahead.
let me set the scene. All right, it's Tanjiro.
So
Fucking-
next time we're talking about Attack on Titan, right? All
Yeah.
right, so set the scene. Tanjiro, Yusuf.
Yeah, Tanjiro is by himself fighting 2 demons this time.
Mhm.
Just like flashback, like he was fighting the like that spider guy, and kind of what Mitch and Trav, this might have been what you were saying too. Hashira would show up. I don't know which one of you said that specifically, but
Yeah, I
Maybe
said
that water
Shinobu
Hashira-
will show up.
It's not terrible.
maybe the water Hashira shows up again and
Mhm.
saves him. or I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So that's what I
Sorry,
think will
You're
happen.
saying who would?
Shinobu,
Would
the
show up?
butterfly girl.
Okay,
walk-
That-
is
that
she like the
insect-
bug,
that insect Hashira?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I think either she'll show up. Well, this is what I like. What I want to happen because it makes sense. I think she'll show up, or, the Gyu or whatever the male demon's name is won't be able to get back to Daki's body and they'll flee.
Cute.
But what I think's going to happen, and I don't want this to happen because it's bullshit. First of all, I don't think anyone's dead. I think it would make sense for Tengen and Inosuke to die, but I think they're all going to. And I think Tanjiro is going to pull off some main character bullshit and beat the upper six by himself.
So he's
That's what I
gonna
think
do more
probably is
sun
going to
breathing.
happen. Yeah, something's going to happen where he awakens and another fucking special ability that we don't know anything about, and he's going to
Sun
kill
breathing.
Dude, I
yada,
really-
yada, yada.
I really like that suggestion. I don't know who said it, but like Rengoku's dad popping up. Dude,
That would be cool.
That'd be
That would be
yeah.
cool.
Yusuf, that was a fucking. That sounds so cool. I
Mhm.
kind of want that to happen,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it will. I don't think.
Or,
I
or
think.
the other wives will show up somehow.
I think. Well, that could happen too. I guess, and probably all three of maybe one of them can die, and Tenzin will get his shit
Mhm.
together. I'm pretty sure. Nezuko. I'm pretty confident in saying Nezuko is just out of this fight now.
I
Like,
agree.
there's no shot they bring her back into this fight, right? Maybe Inosuke and maybe Zenitsu comes back and
Inosuke's not. Inosuke's done. Inosuke's done.
No, I see more Nezuko being out than Inosuke.
Really?
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Inosuke comes
Hmm.
back. I'm just saying. You know, for all we know, he did some beast breathing shit. You know, even if he's
Yeah.
poisoned, Tenzin was fighting too. Granted, Tenzin has more experience with poison because of his
Yeah,
shinobi days, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean Inosuke can't go buck wild and try some crazy shit too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe a wife will die and Tenjin will get his shit together and do like
don't-
some heroic pose while holding one of his fucking swords while missing his other hand.
I have a prediction of how Tengen and Inosuke will survive. I think Tanjiro's gonna kill the demon, and then once the demon dies, the poison is cured.
Oh,
I think that's how they're gonna survive.
I
Really?
think that's a good prediction. Yeah.
that's not as cool.
I know it's not
Even though it's Tanjiro doing it, but at this point, I always thought Tanjiro should be out of the fight.
he pulled out of the fight like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, he was done after fighting Daki. Really.
Yeah.
You know, he did his
know.
part, but then he just keeps showing up like a fucking, you know.
I would say I probably actually think Inosuke is more out of the fight than Nezuko is, because even if he's able to somehow bypass the poison, he now has a gaping hole through his chest through which a scythe was, blown through. Tengen got little cuts here and there, and the poison slowly built up, but Inosuke just got fucking stabbed right through the chest, so that's harder to come back from.
Yeah, he's just gonna breathe.
I think Inosuke and Nezuko are equally as out of the fight as
Out of the
like
fight,
each
yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I think they're out of
I
the
mean-
fight. I think Tengen's got one more moment, and then I don't know what the fuck happened to Zenitsu at the end of this episode. Like
We didn't see anything happen to Zenitsu.
he just pushed Tanjiro off. Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
assumingly
But,
he's
yeah.
gonna take the hit for Tanjiro from Daki's attack.
Yeah.
We could assume that, but maybe he has like lightning fast reflexes in his sleep, right? He might be able to dodge it and then help Tanjiro in this fight, like
Mhm.
coordinate something.
Yeah.
Maybe Zenitsu
hope-
just wakes up. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna show you my real power," and just like fucking
Runs away.
shows his second form of thunder.
I'm predicting kind of the same thing that everybody else is saying, that Tanjiro might pull off some main protagonist, sun breathing, Hinokami Kagura level 2 Ultra Instinct move. Because
Ultra Instinct.
they've almost been like leading up to it this whole time with Daki being super scared by the sun breathing and it unlocking that Musen memory and everything else. I don't know. It would be really cool if the other wives can come and get involved, and then we can have all three of them fighting. But obviously, I don't know, because the other two were occupied with, helping the people flee the city or whatever. I think you guys are right that Tengen is gonna get up despite all odds and keep on fighting, because he straight up said I think it was in the first episode that we discussed today, but he said, like, these boys are my, whatever the term is that he calls them, and he says they'll keep fighting even if they lose a limb. So I think that that's going to be the whole thing, is that he's going to say, I don't care that I fucking lost my hand, I'm still fighting. Who gives a shit?
So you look at Inosuke. Oh.
Yeah, look,
Oh shit, he's dead.
He didn't technically lose
Look
any
at my
limbs,
boy.
but
Look what they did to my boy.
yeah, I didn't technically say internal organs, but
Yeah, I think something's gonna happen. Tengen's not out completely. Something's gonna happen. He's gonna be able to fight still.
Yeah.
But I
Nah,
think
this is
that
his arc. There's no
flashback
shot.
he had- Yeah, right.
Because he said at the beginning,
yeah.
he said, like, I can't be like Rengoku, and I think that he was meaning both I can't live up to Rengoku, and also I can't fucking die like Rengoku right now. I can't die here.
No. I think when he said that, it was all nothing effect. Like nothing like I can't live up to you, but I'll try my best to protect these kids.
You defended everyone on the train while this
Yeah.
fucking place is going to shit, and I could barely hold my
Yeah.
own against this. So he was just
Yeah.
kind of admitting that Rengoku's better than him.
I do think there's a high chance that Tengen will die, though. I mean, even it might already seem that way, but just based on that flashback, I think that was foreshadowing a little bit. That Josh, he pointed it out. He's like, "I'm gonna go to hell when I die," or something like that. I think there's a good chance that would happen, and then the wives will be there to send them off.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Or
Yeah.
maybe the wives just fucking... Oh, bye, Josh. They just fucking stab Tofu to death. You think we actually loved you, little bitch? Die! It's like, whoa! You were right, you are going to hell.
Oh my god.
You know, I'm just looking for the best outcome, you know? Fucking Zenitsu dying! What? God, who said that?
It's not
What the
fun
fuck?
to hear this. It's my favorite character.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't say shit like that, dude. That's messed up. Alright, but yeah, that's how the episode 9 ends. All hell breaks loose, and that's our predictions, so that's pretty much all we got to say about that, right?
Only 2 episodes left of this arc, so
Alright.
it's gonna end. It's something's got to happen next 2
Yeah.
episodes.
Next time that we all meet and we're talking about Demon Slayer, that's it.
It'll be the end of this arc, going
Oh.
into the next one.
Really?
Yeah, like the
There's only
Crunchyroll came out
11?
and said
Only
Yeah,
February,
11?
like 13th or
entertainment district arc has 11. So what I think's gonna happen is it's gonna be 11 entertainment, 1 like filler / like recovery episode.
Yeah, and Zenitsu's burial. I gotcha. Makes sense. Alright, but we'll have to save that for next time because we are out of shit to say about episodes, 8 and 9 of Demon Slayer. So, just like that, we're going to be ending this episode. So, yeah. Any last words? Oh, well, that's for the outro.
Foreshadowing.
Alright,
That's next week.
alright, fucking just roll it. On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Mitch, Josh, and Yusuf discuss episodes 79 and 80 of the final season of Attack on Titan. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also watch live at twitch.tv/Dutchery every Monday night. And thank you for watching.